Welcome back, Santa Clarita Valley. I'm here for FCV Sheriff Talk with your host, News Director Perry Smith. In the studio with me, my co-host Shirley Miller from the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station.
You still sound a little bit out of breath. That kind of like shook you up, that drill, right?
I think it was the drill. It was the panic from the earthquake. You know, Kevin's stoicism didn't quite
Is that a word?
calm me.
Stoicism.
I was running around and tearing apart the studio in my panic. You saw.
I know. You
Knocking
just like
things
tore
off the
something
wall.
off the wall.
Don't tell Jerry. Okay. All right.
Jerry, don't be listening right now.
So in the studio with us, though, as well as Deputy Kevin Duxbury from the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station's Crime Prevention Unit.
Yes, Deputy Duxbury, Crime Prevention Unit over the Stevenson Ranch area. And if you are not receiving our Nixles, those are press releases we send out for the different areas. Sign up today, www.nixle.com. Or you can also text to 888-777, text your zip code, and you'll sign up that way as well.
Great way to stay informed, great way to find out what's going on, and everything that you guys think that the residents should be aware of, you put out through Nixle. So, I mean, if you want to stay, I don't know why you wouldn't want to stay involved and stay in the know, but
right.
if you do.
And you don't need to, I asked somebody why they weren't getting them, and they said, well, I don't want to get too many text messages on my phone every week.
Well,
and just to let you know, the crime reports we send out every week for all the zones, those only go through to your email. So the ones that you're going to get via text are any advisories and alerts. For example, if we have a very notable arrest or there's a barricaded suspect, stay away from the area, the more important stuff. That's what we're going to send through on your text.
And what's really nice is that people can set, if they do want to text, like for me, I appreciate the text because it gives me the instant update. But unless you're following the news and you don't really, if you just want to keep up, get it in your email. Yeah,
right.
Or check the website too. You can always check the website because you guys post it and your Facebook page. You're pretty good about that.
Well, no, I really, I haven't been cross-posting the Nixles to the Facebook lately. Occasionally I would do that.
I saw the clown one up there. That's why I say
that. The clown one. Oh, yes. For those. Yeah, for those advisory and alerts. And why are you calling that deputy a clown anyway?
Come on.
Okay, yes, I know what you meant. Regarding the incident last week, yeah, we do share some of our press releases on our Facebook, so follow us on Facebook. We put out about our club program that we had this week, and those went really fast.
Right. Yeah,
a lot of people have Honda Accords, Honda Civics, and don't you want to know why we picked those?
I was kind of curious, 91 to 98, but as somebody who was around then, I remember how many got taken.
Right. Well, this was not something that all sheriff stations pick these years, these models, and this is what you give the clubs out for.
Okay.
We wanted to personalize it to our area. Auto theft in our area is always a challenge for law enforcement. So we had our crime analyst and detective bureau do a report on the cars that are most stolen in our area and what years are being stolen. And for Santa Clarita, in the unincorporated areas that we serve,
broke it down by
yes, those are the ones. Yeah, Honda
Civics
Accords and Honda Civics, and so we just want to help those people out. And it's not that clubs are completely foolproof,
right?
But they're a deterrent.
It's not a guarantee, but it's
right.
a help.
But if an auto thief is going by two cars of equal value, one has a club, one doesn't, he's going to go for the one that doesn't. So just do that little extra step to help protect your car.
Absolutely, and it's a great thing. And my understanding is that the program was so well received and so popular that you guys used them up like that, and you're already getting more clubs for people who are requesting more.
Well,
so there's a little hold right now?
Yes, there's a little bit of a hold right now. We don't have them, but as soon as we do, we will send out through Nixle, through our Facebook, and then I'm sure you, as one of our good local hometown station partners, you'll share the news with your listeners.
But I think that says something to the fact that you guys obviously hit the button on the mark right there with the demand. If they went like that, and everybody, these are helping people. So hopefully,
right. And then the prerequisites is that you have to be a resident of Santa Clarita or any of the unincorporated areas that we serve, and then you have to be the registered owner of the vehicle. Bring in your proof of registration.
Which makes sense. You don't want to give the club to somebody else that took the car, right?
Well, yeah, but plus
to keep it safe, you got to make sure it's the right club owner.
And,
so that's a fair check.
Yes, good call.
We do have Linda Davies in the studio with us, and Linda, so happy to be part of the Domestic Violence Center. I'm so proud of the work you do, and the way you've been able to include other agencies, such as the Sheriff's Station, has been so impressive. And I want to talk a little bit about the partnership that we've built up. It's been a constant just growth since you've taken over the center, and talk to us a little bit about the most recent the gains, which I think are the Victim Advocate Program.
Yes, thanks, Perry. It's great to be here. Great
Is
to
this
see
your
Shirley.
you too? Is this your busiest month of the year, October?
Well, actually, September and October, as far as events are concerned, is our
Okay.
busiest time of the year.
Right, because October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Now, September, is that designated
Well,
as?
September is just when we're leading up to that, so we do a lot of
Okay.
events. Like we do a lot of work with the college, so we were involved with their human trafficking. They did some
yes.
awareness on sexual assault on the college campuses, suicide, things like that. We always try to support them, so we add that to what we do for October, getting the word out.
Right.
But one of the things, like Perry's talking about, is really when we have been active with the Divert program that the sheriff and the sheriff's department and the city of Santa Clarita put together. Actually, now it's over a year that we've been working on this, right? I mean, that started probably, it was 2015 for sure, when we had the homicides here in Santa Clarita, and they really wanted to let the community know what the resources were out there, especially, I mean, one of the things that Domestic Violence Awareness Month is about is that people need to understand that it does happen, and it does happen in our community.
Every community.
Every single community here, and across the nation, of course, and across the world. That's the sad part about domestic violence or about abuse for women.
And it's not a rich thing. It's not a poor thing.
No,
it's not
it's
a
all the
black, white.
demographics.
It's
Right.
everywhere.
Right,
I mean-
absolutely. And we all know it's the most dangerous call that a sheriff will go out on, a deputy will go out on. And so we have worked with the Divert team, which is, we had to write this down. We all looking at one another saying, what does this really mean? It means Domestic Intervention Violence Education Team, okay?
Oh, wait, Perry, can you repeat that back without looking?
Domestic intervention violence.
Resource team, I forgot the R.
Did it, education.
I did
resource-
divert.
That's not fair.
I did divert. It's divert. And
Yes.
it's Domestic
I was tricked.
Intervention Violence Education Resource Team. And there was about probably close to, I don't know, about 20 agencies that the city and the sheriff's department brought together, and they created a toolbox for everyone. So that they could go online and find out, like, if you had somebody in the community that you felt had mental illness issues or domestic violence or may have suicide, threats of suicide, places where you could look to get the resources that you need. And one of the things that the Domestic Violence Center decided to do as a result of Divert was to put a victims advocate program together. And that meant that we gathered 11 volunteers. We trained them to actually be not first responders to a scene, but second responders to a scene, meaning that once the sheriffs go out and make the scene safe, then we would work with the victim to be able to get them the resources, whether it be shelter, whether it be to explain what we do at the Outreach Center in Newhall, that they could come for counseling or getting a temporary restraining order. Sometimes it's also letting the victim know how important it is when the sheriff offers them an emergency protective order, which actually will keep them safe for 5 days until they can get a temporary restraining order. That's something that we would actually be able to say, because the sheriff deputies will tell us that a lot of times the victims don't want that at the scene. And so we really want to be able to say, hey, it's super important that you get that, because that's going to keep you safe to figure out what your next steps are. You stay in the home, but the big deal is they get to serve him if they've arrested him.
I don't think we can, underplay how important that is as far as the educational component that this
Right.
adds, and the counseling, because so many of these victims are, having their lives torn apart, their families are being torn apart, they're having these life-altering experiences, and then having someone else come back and present them with the resources and the knowledge. I mean, from your experience, how valuable is that and how important is that?
Well, that's for us, we consider that to be the most important thing, as far as also being able, when we did the ride-alongs, just kind of explaining our services to the deputies. That was very important, because they get focused on what they have to do at the scene. They're going to make the place safe as far as an arrest is concerned. Our job is to make her safe after that. Their job will be that too, but we're trying to figure out to help that victim make the right decisions around no one has a right to use violence against another person. So to be able to use restraining orders or the law to do that is super important. Would you agree, Shirley?
No, absolutely. And I'd like to put out some resources to the public. What is the hotline that people can call if they need help?
If our hotline number is 661 259-4357. That's if you need shelter, something happens in the evening, but we will always tell you if you are unsafe that the first number you call is 911.
Yes,
All right, because you
911.
get the sheriffs involved right away. But if you're feeling like you need to get some other supports at that time, you call and we will advise you or help you make some decisions on the line.
Awesome. We have to take a quick commercial break. I want to be right back to talk a little bit more about the outreach events that the center is doing on SCV Sheriff Talk, brought to you by All American Bail Bonds on your hometown station, AM 1220. Welcome back, SCV Sheriff Talk. We're here talking twice a month about Santa Clarita Valley Public Safety with our friends from the Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station and a special guest from the Santa Clarita Valley Domestic Violence Center. We were just talking with Linda Davies, our Executive Director of the Domestic Violence Center, about the Purple Walk. Well, actually, we were talking about Domestic Violence Awareness Month and the Divert Team and the partnerships that we've been building with the city and the Sheriff's Station at the Domestic Violence Center, but we also want to talk about the upcoming event this weekend. Tell me about it.
Yes, we do.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Can I do one quick thing?
Please.
Okay. I just want to know, one of the things when we talk about domestic violence and especially awareness is if you see domestic violence happening in the community, there is a hotline that you can call. Okay. So it's 1-800-799-7233. That's an anonymous tip line to say, hey, we just saw something happening. Can you check into it? And we really feel that those types of things can also save lives, or at least let people know that somebody's watching and taking care of them.
Right. And then you can also call our front desk at the station, 255-1121. And if you're concerned about the welfare of someone, by all means, be anonymous and just ask, can you check the welfare of someone? You know, perhaps you hear a loud argument, you hear something going on next door to you, make the call.
Yeah, if you see something, say something, right?
Right,
That's the rule.
exactly. So the Purple Walk of Strength, it's our 5th annual Purple Walk of Strength.
It's gotten bigger every year.
It's gotten bigger every year, and it's really a way for the community to come out and show their support for the Domestic Violence Center. It's a fun run. It's at the College of the Canyons.
Now, I walk it.
I'm going to, but I'm
I
walking.
walk it too. I
walked it in the
walk
past.
it too. There is kind of a
All
hill
right,
thing.
all right.
Do you
going
want
on
to walk together,
You're
Perry?
running 5K, my goodness.
Yeah.
I barely make it around the track.
Yeah, but so anyway, as Perry said, a lot of us walk it. The
Yes.
runners start out first, the rest of us trail behind. But everyone comes out purple, which is the color of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Also, there's things for kids there. There's going to be many vendors there this year. We had a great fundraising committee this year that put a lot of different twists to the event. We also have Captain Roosevelt will be coming out, and Captain Johnson will be coming out.
Captain
to
Roosevelt Johnson.
I know,
Roosevelt
I
Johnson.
know what you meant.
Exactly, you're
does he-
shaking
is
your
he
head
okay
right.
with
It didn't
Captain
even faze me when you
Roosevelt?
said it. I was just like, yeah, I know who you
Well, it's
meant.
kind of like two last names.
Can we tease about some of the twists on the event?
Oh, what, that she's going to be wearing a purple wig?
Oh, we have a hair dare going on. If you come with purple in your hair, not a ribbon,
Not
but-
flowers.
not flowers, but your hair has to be purpled in
All-
some way.
Okay, all purple, or like if I
No,
do
just
one purple
if you
streak,
did
am I
one
good?
purple strand, you could get entered into this raffle, and the raffle is going to have a $100 gift certificate, as well as Remo has donated a drum,
Oh, great.
and then we also
Nice.
have a couple of
tempted.
other prizes. So it's just the people who come with purple hair
Awesome.
are going to be able to get into this raffle. And
Perry,
so it's
you gonna do it?
October.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you
Purple
gonna
and
go-
orange? Is that gonna
Yes,
be-
actually, that's a
Seems
really.
like a
I
classic
love
situation
purple
right
and
there.
orange. That's
All
perfect,
right.
Perry.
I don't know.
So it's Saturday, the 22nd, and the run begins at 8 o'clock. We'll actually be doing registrations.
The walk run.
The walk run. Thank you. Well, we do. All right.
He's so
I just
scared.
don't-
He's so scared
No,
we're going to make
here's
him
the
run.
thing. I don't want to put unnecessary pressure on this. I want people to know it's an inclusive event.
It's a very inclusive
It's not
event.
for track stars.
No, it is not. Thank you. Thank you. However, everyone who does it will get a medal.
There you
okay,
go.
no matter what. Walk
Participation.
or run, just for participating. But it's a really fun event, and it really just brings the community together, saying that they are in support of basically stopping and ending domestic violence.
And it's for all ages,
It's
right?
for all ages.
And the registration fee is...
the registration fee the day of the event is $25.
Okay, $25.
But you have up
Okay.
until tomorrow to get it for $20.
But Shirley, we got to
Yeah.
talk about the
Yeah.
haunted jailhouse.
Go, go, go.
Oh,
thank you.
Talk about the haunted jailhouse.
Yes, Deputy
October
Duxbury,
30th.
you're up.
Haunted jailhouse.
Come out from underneath
One
the
of my
table
favorite
now.
events every year. I get to live broadcast from it.
That's right. That's
We'll
right.
be at the
Yeah, we
door.
talked.
He just goes to dunk the deputies.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, actually, we're.
And to watch the brave people zip line because I will never be able to do it.
Oh no, they'll take care of you.
No, there's resistance issues.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Sunday, October 30th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're doing our annual haunted jailhouse and community open house. So it's going to be a good time. There's we have a lot of equipment there from our the Enforcement Bureau, Arson and Explosives, CHP, AMR will be there, Fire will be there. The Shaky Quakey trailer is going to be there. It's
Shaky
gonna be
Quakey.
A lot of
Duxbury's underselling the candy aspect of it. First of all, I'm going to stop you right there. there is candy there also.
Oh, of course. We're
I'm
always
just
handing
saying,
out
there's candy in costumes.
Yeah, there's got to be candy in costumes.
Everybody
but-
loves law enforcement and first responders,
Yeah.
but also candy.
Yeah, so
candy
we got
in
all these
costumes.
great trucks that you can touch, and there's also the Nature Center is going to be there. We're going to have a little petting zoo. The LASD therapy miniature horse is going to be there. She's a cute little pony. She's actually
They got
pretty
little
cool.
Sebastian?
Yeah. All right. And
You
then
know first name
Perry,
basis.
Perry's going to see the problem with this. So we will have food trucks. We're going to have the
Thank
grilled.
goodness.
No, this is where I'm going with this. We're going to have the grilled cheese truck.
An
the
excellent choice.
The Wise Barbecue. The LA Cake Cupcakes and Apollo's Espresso and Shaved Ice. Perry, what's missing that I'm upset about?
Duxbury knows how to get me to an event. I don't know.
there's-
What are we
there's
missing?
no taco truck.
Oh, goodness.
I don't get my tacos.
You know, with the candy and the barbecue and the zip lines,
And
I mean,
Sebastian,
it's
the
already a
Sebastian
recipe
miniature
for an
horse.
Interesting day.
And we're also
So-
going to have a costume contests for all ages, and that's throughout the day. And they break it down into age groups so that it's a little bit fair. But let me just throw this out there right now, people. Do not wear a creepy clown costume
please.
to a sheriff's
Please.
department function. It's probably not a
Please.
good idea.
But
other
yeah,
than that, it is
all
it is a
ages,
great
and it
time.
benefits.
Boys and Girls Club. There is no fee to get in. They do take donations if
Right.
you want to make a donation.
Bring a buck
And
or
all
two.
the proceeds from all the vendors also goes to the
Boys
Boys and Girls Club. So
Awesome.
it's a good event.
Raises
It's a lot
tens
of
of
fun.
thousands of dollars for them every year. It's a fantastic event. So
Oh, and
definitely
then
come out
also,
and
I
support.
guess we should mention why we call it a haunted jailhouse is because we actually do let you
Haunted
into the
jail.
jail section of our station, which is a haunted house.
And it's not a scared straight situation. You get rid of the prisoners.
Yeah,
and
no,
you-
not
Yeah, all the
Uh,
prisoners are transported to
They're gone,
another
it's clean.
facility.
Yeah,
and then
you're
we
not gonna
have
bump into
volunteers that scare the lights out of people.
Right,
All right.
And usually, I don't know if they're going to do it again this year, but last year they had two. One for like much younger kids, which is
Awesome.
more of a
Age
Disney
appropriate.
theme, and then a one for the older kids. So
Awesome. Well, definitely check out the Haunted Jailhouse. There'll be more information on Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station Facebook page, our Facebook page, hometownstation.com, and you can find out about it by signing up for Nixles always. So definitely do that, and thank you for listening to SCV Sheriff Talk, brought to you by All America Bail Bonds on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.